Hello, Zion Wayside. It's Pastor Welter here, and back with another Wednesday devotion. We're keeping them brief as we are going through Lent. We are coming up on our third week of Lent today, and so we wanted to get this video out there and remind you that we're doing our midweek services, 1:30 and 7 o'clock. We hope that you can join us, and I just think it is so important for you to be able to join us because Easter is such a big occasion, such a big holiday, that we do want to set aside these extra services, prepare our hearts and minds for that arrival of the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus. And if you're not going to be able to make some of these midweek services, I would at least really, really encourage you, hope and pray that you can make it to our Holy Week services, Palm Sunday, Maundy Thursday, and Good Friday, because that really, really sets the tone for Easter, especially Good Friday. And even if you can't make any of those other Holy Week services, be there at Good Friday, because just like with so many things, like you don't know the joy that there is in Easter without first going through the sorrow and the pain of the cross. And so to be there at Good Friday, mourn and see the sadness and the pain that is the cross, but then the joy on Easter is incredible. So we hope that you can join us for those. Just want to give you a short preview of what's coming at tonight's service. We're, of course, taking part in the round robin, which is other pastors coming here, and then us, me and Pastor Kyle, going to other churches, which we love doing, and we love inviting these pastors here. Today, for our theme in our series, which is Witnesses of Christ, we're going to hear from Peter and what his witness of Christ is and what we learned from him. And of course, you know Peter's story, and Peter famously is bold in his confession and says, "No, I will never deny you, Jesus." And Jesus says, "No, you will." And Jesus, knowing all things, is correct. And Peter denies knowing and following and being a disciple of Jesus as he is gathered around the fire outside in Jerusalem. And then he weeps and he feels that guilt. And what we can relate to is that, hey, we've said those things before, right? I will never do those things. I'll never say those things. I won't be like that. And then all of a sudden we find guilt rushing in because we've betrayed our own words and our own promises to God and things that we said we would never do. There we are, standing guilty and accused of them. But the witness that Peter gives is one of forgiveness, because Jesus, after his resurrection, in the Gospel of John, confronts Peter again and says, "Peter, do you love me?" And Peter says, "Yes." And he says, "Peter, do you love me?" Peter says, "Yes." And Jesus says, "Do you love me?" And Peter says, "Of course, you know all things, Lord. You know that I love you." And he says, "Well, then go feed my sheep." And we see Peter restored in this great parallel between the 3 times that he denied Jesus and then the 3 times he confesses Jesus. So whatever it is that we have done or promises that we have betrayed, forgiveness can still be found in Jesus. And he asks that question, "Do you still love me?" And we say, "Yes, of course, Lord. You know all things." And then he forgives and he removes that guilt. And so that's the witness we're going to be looking to, hearing that confession, that testimony of Peter in our services tonight. We hope that you can join us. Again, that is tonight at 1:30 and at 7. Hope to see you there. Hope to see you at our future Wednesday services. And again, keep in mind those Holy Week services and times. Would love to see you there. All right, God's blessings on your day and blessings on the rest of this Lenten season.